Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to another episode of the Full Send Half Mast Podcast, episode 150. Tonight, it's going to be a fun one. We're going to be talking about the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Thanks again, or anybody that tuned in for our watch party on Saturday. We had a hell of a good time. And then our desired outcome at the end of the night, after what presumably looked like Norris was losing pace, and we've come to find out what it was. We'll talk about that with you guys here tonight. Talk about the World Championship fight, which looked like it could have been over, Tom. And then Vegas comes, and we said this was the last wild card on the schedule, and it definitely wild carded for us, which is perfect. So, and then also we will do our driver and bonehead of the week nominees again this week. And then we'll preview this upcoming weekend's races at Qatar with an F1 sprint race, which is the final one of the year, and then a Grand Prix. So there's up to, 32 max points to be gained this weekend. So should be interesting. And we also have a little bit of news. to talk about with you guys here on this lovely Tuesday. And then also, if we got some time, which we might be able to have time, I think it's time we talk about some NASCAR drama, lawsuit drama, RCR drama. We'll break that down with you guys here tonight. I think it's deserving. But first off, Tom's will be on this awesome Tuesday. Tom, how are you doing, man?
I woke up this morning.
Oh, I thought there was a punchline. That was a
No,
punchline.
that's it.
Well, hopefully this podcast goes a lot better than that. So, um, oh, I feel that some days. Alrighty. Let's start off with some news. I think that's fitting for this awesome Tuesday. Thomas Annunziata will attempt the Daytona 500 this year. Attempt to qualify. I guess what is it going to put our car count up to? I guess it'll be 37 as of now. I'm sure Live Fast will enter. I'm sure MBM will have a car out there. Junior Motorsports probably will have a car.
Yeah, they
You
do.
think we'll get up to about 40, 42, something like that, like every year?
I don't know. I remember the years where we had like 48, 50.
Yeah, no shit. That won't happen again. That will
No.
never happen again.
Nope.
It makes the duels almost pointless at this juncture, you know?
Yeah, it does.
point?
Absolutely.
So we'll see how well they do in the Daytona 500 efforts. Also, we talked about it, I think last week on the podcast, maybe 2 weeks ago, about Ford losing all their cars in the Xfinity Series. He had Haas factory team, Sieg, they're all moving to Chevys next year. AM Racing was at the point of like shutting down, so it looked like there's gonna be no representation for Ford in the Xfinity Series until SPS comes in, purchases AM Racing, and they're gonna have the Ford deal in the Xfinity Series. Unbelievable that's gonna be your premier Ford team in the Xfinity and ARCA Series going into 2025, dude. That's crazy, man. Or 2026. I mean, I've seen rumors where it's gonna be a 2-car team. I've seen rumors where they're gonna stick with one. I mean, I don't know driver lineup, what they're gonna do.
I don't know. Seems like Ford's just floundering at this point.
Yeah, it's
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, like, I mean, I guess ThorSport's sticking with trucks and with Ford, but yeah, it seems like Ford's in a flux right now. It'd be interesting to see what they could do. I mean, AM Racing really kind of hung themselves the day they fired Brett Moffitt. Never were the same.
Say it louder for the back. Jeez.
It's kind of funny how that one certain driver's fan presence on the internet is kind of dissolved completely. It was like a, what is the old saying? If a tree falls in the forest, does anybody or nobody's there to hear it? Does it really make a sound?
They probably just went back to their dark corners of the internet,
Yeah, dude.
doing their normal stuff.
The incels got replaced
you
by
catch-
the femcels. Oh man, like a fart in the wind. Oh man. Also, I don't know how I feel about this. Brent Cruz. I'm a big Brent Cruz fan. I think he's a great driver, but full time with JGR after race number 4, once he turns 18. They need to get rid of this whole age restriction bullshit in NASCAR. I think this is kind of bullshit. Like, it's not like, because especially for exceptions like Brent Cruz. Like, Brent Cruz is a freaking superstar. Like, why does he have to wait till he's 18 to be able to run full time?
I mean, they can get in some states, you can get your driver's license at 15. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, we don't need 14-year-olds racing at Daytona, but Zilich is winning freaking Mazda MX-5 Cup races and LMP2 races at Daytona at 15, 16, 17 years old, but couldn't run an ARCA car at fucking Michigan. You know what I mean? Like, make that make sense.
Big Daddy NASCAR. That's about it.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Makes absolutely zero sense. But with JGR though, it feels like the JGR pipeline's pretty much clogged. I mean, they got Briscoe now. Like, where's he gonna go? You know, feels like
Briscoe.
Like in the Cup Series, it's like there's not gonna be an opening unless there maybe like then you got Heim and Heim's not getting an opportunity.
Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst is the only Toyota driver that probably shouldn't be there. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Well, and Ty Gibbs.
Facts, the nepotism baby right there. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of makes me baffled. Like, what's the long game here for Brent Cruz? Like, you see Heim struggling to find a ride in the Toyota pipeline. Like if he can't get a ride, who can?
I don't know. At this point, can Jesus even find a ride?
Oh man. Well, according to some small sects of the internet, he's currently driving the number 4 car for McLaren.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh man. All right, the last one is Mick Schumacher is going to be the 3rd seat at RLL in 2026. He did the IndyCar test. I guess he liked it. They liked him. He said no to, we talked about it a couple months ago where he said no to an extension with Alpine in the World Endurance Championship. And then we were wondering what was going to happen. Like, was he going to go back and be a reserve driver in F1? Like, was he going to, like, what pipeline was he going to hit? And then next thing we know, it's IndyCar testing. And now here he is full time. RLL, IndyCar series. Expectations, I guess.
Here's the question. Does he beat Dennis Hauger for Rookie of the Year?
He should. He should.
Why?
He's got, I would say RLL is, I mean, as bad as RLL is, I would say it's a little bit better equipment than
No, that car's being built and prepped by Andretti.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If we're going based upon driver talent, I'm picking 100%. I'm picking Dennis Hauger, but dude, I don't know, man. It's gonna be an interesting battle.
It is.
It's gonna be an interesting rookie battle.
It'll be interesting for about 2 races, and then Hauger's just gonna walk away from it.
Well, the thing is, I don't see a track where Andretti's gonna actually go out and win. You know what I mean? Like on street courses, they're good, but like look at RL. Like they're good every year when we go to Indy Road Course. Like that's a track that they could win.
But look, don't underestimate the talent of Dennis Hauger. He went on and won 85% of the races in Indy NXT, which even if you have the best car, that's pretty difficult to do, and he did it in his first year. Like he just showed up and just spanked the field against people who have been there for years.
Yeah. That's true.
Like
That's true.
There's something to say there about the adaptation of quickly learning a new car, not only new car, but also new tracks, new crew, new country, all that stuff. I just think, man, Dennis Hauger is just the man.
I agree 100%. I guess we're going to find out how good Andretti is in the first 4 races.
Yeah.
Like if willpower goes in there and struggles, then they're fucking cooked. They're cooked. You know what I mean? Like
a good gauge though is how good Kyle Kirkman
Kirkwood?
Kyle Kirk. I'm sorry, I'm all messed up. I'm so sorry. That guy. How good he does in the first 4 races.
Yeah.
Because if he does really good, then they're going to be complete ass for the rest of the season.
True.
But if he's just mid, then we might have something to work with there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's going to be interesting, dude. I don't know how that dynamic between Kirkwood and Power is going to work there at Andretti yet, man. I'm excited to see how that works out.
Yeah. Yep.
As they've had their fair share of run-ins over the last couple of years. And
yep.
And now that Kirkwood's going to have a teammate on his level on street courses where he is absolutely dominant, it's going to be interesting. But we'll have a full IndyCar season preview podcast here in the upcoming weeks through the off season. So we will definitely break all this down for you guys, expectations and whatnot, and schedule, team, silly season, everything that's going on with IndyCar. Should be fun. That's all I had for news, unless there's anything else you wanted to mention.
No, that's all I had.
I think we should go plan for tonight. Let's go into the F1 race this weekend. We'll talk about the World Championship standings, driver, bonehead of the week. We'll just recap all of Vegas. Then we'll do the NASCAR lawsuit dramas after. So that'll be kind of the plan for tonight. Let's get into it, man. Las Vegas Grand Prix. First off, I want to talk about the qualifying session, man. Holy cow, dude, that was freaking awesome, dude. Like in the rain, we started on full wets. Cars were going off in turn 14 and struggling on the wets, and the fact that we had no red flags, no crashes, no like major incidences, absolutely insane to me. Like those conditions were crazy. You saw a Stroll, or was it Hamilton that hit a cone? Had a cone stuck under his car, wasn't able to make a good lap, and qualified dead last, which is the first time in his career he ever qualified dead last on the grid, which was insane stat. And then Lance Stroll and I think it was Franco Colapinto both put on the intermediate tires towards the end of Q2 and absolutely came back to bite them. And then Lando somehow qualified pole over Max Verstappen in the wet, which I feel like is a testament of how the weekend would go for Orlando. But I did want to mention that the qualifying was absolutely phenomenal. I said this to Tom off stream. Maybe I said it on the watch party stream, but I was picking up an order at Jack in the Box, dude. And I hear like Crofty talking in the background. Like and then I hear somebody say Crofty go, Lewis Hamilton issue, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I like go over there. I'm like, are you guys watching the Formula One qualifying? They're like, yeah, dude. And I was like, man, let's go Max. And I said, F McLaren, right to him. And he's like, yeah, F McLaren. It was kind of funny, dude. Oh, man. So, yeah, we got a little bit of a conversation about that. So, I don't know. Maybe we jinxed McLaren. I don't know. A lot of talks, but we'll get into it. One of the craziest opening laps I've seen in a while, Tom. This was absolutely thrilling, dude. Turn one, or lap one down the front straightaway when we get the green, the lights are out. Lando Norris just shoots to the inside lane, basically almost puts Max in the freaking wall. The fact that like there wasn't a penalty for that, it absolutely blows my mind. Because if you look at the photos of that, it looks like Max had to lift to avoid hitting the wall or hitting Lando. And then in all true Lando fashion, he overshoots turn one. he missed it by a mile. Absolutely misses it. And then Max goes by, Russell goes by, Lando's buried in P3. And then we had, what was it? Gabriel Bortoleto into turn one, just absolutely wipes out Stroll and Gasly and turns them both around. Bortoleto again making himself look like an absolute clown. And then you had debris on the back straightaway. And then in turn 14, you had like 20 marshals in turn 14 with brooms and mops. Like they didn't even know the race was going on, Tom. And the cars are flying down the Las Vegas Boulevard. You got freaking officials or marshals just scatter like a bunch of chickens, man, just everywhere, running rampant on the track. I'm like, dude, that had to have been one of the craziest lap ones I've seen in Formula One in a while, Tom. That was absolute mayhem and madness.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was the beginning of the race that we were hoping for. Like, and from there it was all over. You know, like it just everything fell in the right spot that it needed to fall into, and just beautiful. It was like a symphony of agony for the McLaren femcells, and then for everybody else, it was just a symphony of beautiful.
Yes, for sure. We'll talk about some of the certain things of this race, but yeah, it opened up the way the race started out, turned this race into what became basically an instant thriller. Let's talk about Lewis Hamilton first. Starts P20, has the hard tires on, and by lap 3 he was up to P12. And me and Tom were talking about it during the watch party. We're like, holy cow, Lewis Hamilton legitimately looked like he might challenge for top 5, maybe even a podium at the pace he was rolling with those hard tires. And then he just stagnated. Like, is it just what Ferrari is now? Like, and same with Leclerc. Leclerc at the beginning of that race looked like a winning race car. Like, yeah, the time gap that he had but to Verstappen at that point was too much to overcome. But it looked like he was a lock for a podium. He stagnated. Like, what happened to Ferrari? Was it just the scenario with the hard tires for Lewis, and it just kind of balancing itself out? Was it a mixture of the strategy with Leclerc where they pitted too late, maybe on the like that was another thing with Crofty. He did the undercut, overcut. What did he say? I can't remember what he said. It was the dumbest thing, man.
It was like saying, you know,
he was late to the undercut or something like that.
Yeah, late or you know, short to the overcut, and like I don't know, but the funny thing is, like, as soon as he said it, though, like, it was like one of those instant, oh my god, like,
oh my goodness. But yeah, I guess that was my question. Like, was this just what Ferrari is? Like, they just felt like they were there, but they weren't there. Like, I don't know, man.
It's like, I don't even know what to freaking compare them to. I mean, they're just setting the bar for the new Ferrari standard. I mean, there's no other race team out there that chokes as hard. I don't even think Kyle Larson chokes as hard as that. You know what I mean? Like, I think Ferrari just sets the bar.
What's mind-boggling is they're good in everything else they do. Like they're in the World Endurance Championship dominating in hypercar. We'll put a little bit of an asterisk next to it, but they're still dominating. GT3 program all around the world, dominant. And then you get to F1 and they look like they don't know what the hell they're doing. They look like they're well in over their head, lost. They can't strategize a race. They look like they're damn near unbeatable one lap, and the next lap they look like the worst team on the grid. I think you're right. I think they set a new standard of this is Ferrari for the future. And it's almost depressing.
I don't know.
It's really sad. This is like the 4th year in a row that we've done this podcast, that we've jumped on here and we've talked about Ferrari this time of the season. And usually it's for the other reason, because it's usually they figure their shit out by this
They're
time
turning
of
up.
the year. And they've gotten worse. Like they've gotten worse. Like, I think the best thing, I posted it in F1 fans, if you guys saw it. Me and Tom were talking about this off stream, but the best comment I heard is one of these fans for Ferrari was saying, F1's so scripted, everything's plotted, everything's to favor McLaren, and then Max Verstappen gets the good luck charms, and he turns the championship around, and it's all plotted in everybody else's favor. Why doesn't anything ever plot towards Ferrari's favor?
Yeah. You know what? I felt that on like a spiritual level because like it's so right, and the way that I'm trying to look it up, because the way that he worded that was just so incredibly good. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. I'm
yeah. Just read it.
Unbelievable. Oh, well, let's start from the top. On a serious note, the two McLarens are disqualified. F1 app has updated the standings, and Zach Brown has spoken to journalists confirming the same. Unbelievable fumble from the team. What is this season? Who is writing the plot? Why is Ferrari never benefiting from it?
Oh man, you can't make this up, man. Oh,
no.
Man. And the funny thing is, before qualifying happened, I was reading one. I should have put it in F1 fans. I was kind of scrolled through it in glance or whatever, but it was one of the Ferrari fans was saying, "This is the weekend. We've been fast in Vegas before. We're gonna qualify on pole and we're gonna win the race." And then after qualifying, it was just crickets. Ferrari fans were in hiding after what happened with Lewis Hamilton hitting the cone, and then Leclerc was mid at best. I was like, man, it's crazy how these people have like this delusional. I guess that's what fan is short of, right? Fanatic. It's like they have this delusional brain thought of what the weekend's gonna be like, and they build it up in their brains to be this thing like so big. It controls their entire life, their personality, and then nothing that they think happens, and then they have to wake up the next day as a Ferrari fan and accept that everything they've gaslit themselves to believe was false. It's like gaslighting the gaslight.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like, what these people are going through. Like, they need help, dude. Like, seriously. Like, every
Yeah.
city should have a corner dedicated to a Ferrari fan mental health check-in, dude. Like, these people need fucking help, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the type of people that drink themselves to sleep for the next week until the next race. You know what I mean? Like that Ferrari mentality just embodies their whole personality, and they can't take it, so they just drink themselves to sleep for until next race weekend, and then they'll hype themselves up again, and then it's just straight depression for the next, until the next race.
Oh, I know, man. It's usually about Wednesday when it really ramps up. So, like, tomorrow on the X, if you guys get free time, go look at the Ferrari fan pages and posts and stuff, because it's a cycle, man. Like, it's just gonna it doesn't start until like Wednesday. It was when they start getting the media coverage out of the weekend, and they start talking about past stats for Ferrari, and then they start building themselves up that they're gonna win the damn World Cup, the 18 Grammys, the Super Bowl. They're gonna win it all this weekend, and then it never pans out. So if you guys see a Ferrari fan this week, give him a hug, tell him you're thinking about him, you care about him. Oh man. Yeah, so we talked about Ferrari's woes in this race. Shout out to Antonelli, by the way. Let's talk about his lap 1 bullshit penalty. Didn't we see Lando do the same thing a couple years ago, or maybe it was last year, off the initial start where the car in front of him didn't go? So he, instead of running into the back of the guy, Antonelli just kind of merges a little to the left. He didn't fully change lanes. He just kind of moved to the left a little bit. Set himself up for turn 1 without running it over the guy in front of him. 5-second penalty for that? But Lando can do it last year and gets nothing? I mean, what is happening?
Buffoonery. It's buffoonery. That's what it is. It's a bunch of freaking buffoons running this.
It's clownery at its finest. And then Antonelli, like, I think if you're still on the fence about Antonelli, which I think there's probably quite a few of you guys that probably are. I kind of was for the most part until really the last like 4 or 5 weeks, honestly, is when I kind of turned my opinion around on Antonelli, because I was on the fence. Didn't think he was bad. Didn't think he was great either, but like, I can see the talent potential there, but he's really been turning up these last 4 weeks. I think this race really, should sell you, because he has a 5-second penalty. He's on a completely off strategy. After he gets the penalty, they assess it on, or they didn't even assess it. He ran hard tires for 40 laps, Tom? He had Piastri and Leclerc behind him on the hard tires, 20, 30 lap fresher tires. He held them off the whole freaking run, and then at the end of the race, he opened the gap up enough where he only lost 1 position to I think it was Leclerc, right? Because he held up Piastri and Leclerc, and he only lost 1 position with the 5-second gap. Like, that had to have been one of the best drives I've ever seen out of Antonelli. That was absolutely freaking incredible.
Yes. Yeah. He had a great drive.
Verstappen may have been the only other driver in that scenario that could have done what he did. Safe to say?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Ends up with a podium off of this race because of circumstances that we'll talk about here in one moment. Verstappen wins, guys. Verstappen wins, guys. Holy shit, dude. He's back in this, dude.
W.
I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it, man. And not only that, dude, this drive by Verstappen was pure dominance. There wasn't one moment in this race, once he got by Norris in turn 1, that you were like, he's going to lose this race.
No, there wasn't one moment.
No.
And the commentators were trying so hard to say that Lando was catching him. And even towards the end of that race, when Verstappen was getting fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap, they're like, oh, I think he's catching him. No, Crofty, he's 19 seconds behind. I don't think he's going to catch him.
Max is abusing them tires.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was awesome. That was a great drive by Verstappen, dude. That was prime Verstappen, dude. Like,
yeah.
That was amazing drive. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Did everything he needed to do. He took advantage of Lando being a numbnuts in turn 1 and then checked off, won the race. And then Tom kind of alluded to it, the 19-second gap at the end there. This is where it gets interesting, right? So, how do we break this down? He's losing time
Choke.
at the end, right? That's what the femcells wish that he'd do to them.
Oh, man.
Giggity. No, but he starts losing time at the end. And me and Tom were like, what's going on here? Well, what I guess speculation rumors going around is Lando knew that his skid plate was messed up. He even went on the radio. That was another thing I posted in the drama too. He says, I'm bottoming more than I'm used to. The way he phrased it was terrible, but he knew he was bottoming out on the bottom of the on the track, and decided to reduce his pace at the end and maybe prevent for more damage to the underneath of the car, so that they could pass tech. But they both got disqualified, both McLarens. So I guess the grand scheme of things here is McLaren getting desperate. McLaren
sounds like it.
Have been having this problem for a while now, and it's just now coming to the surface. Like, there's a lot of fishy shit here that I just can't really wrap my brain around to understand how this could happen.
It's desperation. They know that Verstappen and Red Bull has been turning up for the past couple of races, and rightfully showed this weekend. But I think that they're cutting weight wherever they can. They felt like maybe they can, take some weight off of the underbody or the skid plate there, and so they could put weight somewhere else to try and help them. Because right now, what's McLaren's biggest problem? All right, it's not the cars, it's not the strategy, it's not the team, it's the drivers. All right. You're not going to beat Max Verstappen on pure driving talent. You got to beat him on your car. And I think that they realize that Red Bull is catching up or has caught up to the point where Max can take it over based on pure driving skill, and they're panicking. And that might be, a little foreshadowing or, putting words and, or just, I don't know, speculation, but I think so. Why would you take such a risk like that during the last 4 races of the season, including the sprint? Why would you take a risk like that? A disqualification, something that could end up with a disqualification. Why would you risk that? That makes no sense.
It makes no sense to me either. And I think you're right. I think it's the drivers, 100%. We've seen Piastri fold like a dollar store lawn chair. We've seen Lando look like an absolute moron buffoon most weekends, to be honest. He had, a couple week stretch here where he's won a couple races, which is shocking, to say the least. Yeah. And Red Bull's overhauled. I mean, we saw this happen like 2 months ago. We saw this was going to happen. Like, Max has just been steadily clawing his way back in. It's like the Jaws movie, dude. Da-dum, da-dum. Now he's there, dude. He's there. He's got a chance, bro. And with this weekend's results, Norris scores 0 points. Piastri scores 0 points. Verstappen scores 25 points, cuts a 49-point deficit down to 24 points with a sprint and 2 Grand Prix remaining. And also with a Mercedes car that has gotten faster that can get in the mix. Too.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
McLaren's in trouble. McLaren is in trouble. I'm not going to say right now definitively Max is winning the championship as much as I want to, but dude, it's going to be a nail biter in Abu Dhabi. It's going to like this weekend. Theoretically, Max could take the freaking lead this weekend, dude. It could happen.
It could.
He needs a lot of help. It could happen. But it could happen. He's there. He's that close now. And I feel like, what is it? Just give me a chance, right? It's like, what's the only thing you could ever ask for, right? Is just give me a chance. Well, Max Verstappen has his chance now. Now, can he go and do it off of his driver talent and hope that some things happen in his favor? I think he can. I legitimately think he can. This is, there's no world where I see Piastri winning this world title.
No.
There's no world where I see that happening. It's
McLaren
Lando
likes
or
Norris
Verstappen.
too much.
Yeah. And I just don't think Piastri's mentally broken. Mentally broken. Yeah. There's no way I could see him out-dueling Norris in these last few races head-to-head with the same equipment. It's too much of a gap. But with Verstappen, it's a different story. Different story. I'm excited, Tom. You mentioned on the watch party for Vegas, but I think we'll do another watch party for Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Especially if it's within like 10 points, you know?
Yes. Yes. We need to.
How does it... Okay. That's one thing I need to get refreshed on. What if we have a tiebreaker at the final race? Does it go to who finishes highest in the final race? How does a tiebreaker in F1 work? I don't think we've ever seen that before. That's something we need to look up. Because I'm looking at a world where, let's say Verstappen gains 12 points this weekend, and then Norris finishes third and he wins at Abu Dhabi and ties Norris in points. That's something we need to get refreshed on. Does it go to who has the most wins, who has the most poles, who finished highest in the final race?
Tiebreaker, number 1, most race wins.
So
Lando
right now? Lando's got the most. Does that include sprint wins, or is that just Grand Prix wins? That's another caveat to that. I feel like we have to brace ourselves for a potential tiebreaker here.
Does sprint races count toward...
Because we got to look at the wins right now. So Formula 1. Let's see standings.
No. Wins in sprint races do not count.
Okay. So Verstappen has 7 wins. Norris has 7 wins. No, 6 wins for Norris. No, Verstappen has six wins. Norris has 7 wins. So what if they tie in wins?
Then, if still tied, most second place finishes.
Well, now we're gonna have to do some digging.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll save that for a few weeks from now when if we do get to that tie scenario. But I figured we might as well mention it tonight. Oh man, this is interesting, man. And you're telling me that we can't do season long points in NASCAR? Look at this. Look at this. What we're seeing in F1 right now, guys. And you're telling me season long points ain't the way? Come on now. No manufactured drama. This is just straight up racing, dog. This is we're dropping the freaking lights off and we're going to the checkered flag. What happens happens. This is freaking thrilling, man. You can't beat it. All right, let's do driver of the week. Put Max Verstappen on there, back in the title fight. Kimi Antonelli with his P3 run. I think that was an exceptional run this weekend. And then Carlos Sainz with his P5. Qualified P3, finished P5. What more can you ask for out of Williams? That was a fantastic run this weekend. Boneheads of the week, McLaren's disqualifications. Gabriel Bortoleto, turn 1 TKO on Stroll and Gasly. And then Alex Albon, I didn't even mention this, but this was dumb, dude. When Alex Albon just ran into the back of Lewis Hamilton, what the hell was he doing there? Like, that made no freaking sense. He was so late to even make a dive bomb move. And then he's running right behind him trying to get slipstream. And then pulls out last second when what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? That's clownery. Had to nominate him. Yeah, that's it for... And is there anything else you want to add to this Formula 1 weekend, Tom? Title fight?
Go Verstappen.
Go Verstappen.
I'm so ready, for a great race in Qatar and then this season finale in Abu Dhabi. I think this is so freaking electric right here, right now. This is something that not even NASCAR could dream of.
It's unbelievable, man. It's a great time to be a Formula 1 fan, dude. I'm telling you, bro.
It really is.
Like, you can't even... I mean, really, go back to, like, 2021 to now. Like, this has got to be the greatest era of F1 history. Like,
yeah.
We had the most... In this era, we had the craziest championship finish of all time with Hamilton and Verstappen.
2021.
We've had the most dominant car in Formula One history during this span, with the most dominant driver driving the most dominant car, having the most historic season of all time. Then we've had the complete fall apart of Ferrari, which is unbelievable to even imagine. The resurgence of McLaren, and then what probably the greatest championship comeback of all time this season. These last 4 or 5 years have been absolutely freaking nutty. And then they wonder why F1's ratings have just absolutely skyrocketed in the last 5 years. Because this is the greatest era of F1 history. Like, I mean, if before these last 5 years, Tom, what would you say was the greatest season? Like 2012?
2012, 2013, 2000, 2009 probably was the best.
Yeah. And then before that, we're going back to like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah. 90s, 90s, mid early 90s, yeah.
Yeah. This is absolutely insane. I mean, absolutely insane. Great time to be an F1 fan. You know what's not a great time to be? As a fan of NASCAR. And we're going to break down some of this NASCAR lawsuit drama. Text messages have been released. I think we should start with NASCAR and the distaste for SRX.
Wow.
The absolute audacity to shit on a startup series started by two of the greatest personalities in NASCAR history with Ray Evernham and Tony Stewart, and to absolutely shit on their non-competitive series where they had people from all different diverse backgrounds of racing competing on Thursday nights that attracted a good enough audience and following to be put on ESPN that eventually end up folding because of lack of resources, lack of money, lack of financials.
Is that true, though? Is that true?
A non-competitive series? Is that what you're going at?
No. Is it true that the reason why they shut down was because of money? Or is it because there's some other plot by NASCAR? Because what we have found out is the only reason why NASCAR went to North Wilkesboro and Bowman Gray and is looking at going back to The Rock is because SRX has capitalized on that fan base and was stealing fans from NASCAR. That's the only reason why NASCAR went back, was because of SRX. Not because they were listening to the fans, it was because of SRX. That alone right there tells you how much Tony Stewart, just himself, Ray Evernham too, I'm not discrediting him, but how much he has done for the sport while not even being in the sport. Can you think about the reason why Tony Stewart wanted out of NASCAR?
There's probably this
was probably a main driving reason here. He's not a stupid guy. He probably figured it out pretty quick that NASCAR was pretty pissed at him for creating this SRX deal and getting a huge turnout for it. And he probably realized that, and he realized how scummy these people are, and just got out of it because he didn't want to be a part of it. If that was the leadership at the helm.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, he admitted it too, because I went back this week too and watched the. I've got a lot of free time when I'm DoorDashing, so I listen to all kinds of shit. But I re-listened to the last Tony Stewart Dell Jr. Download podcast, and he said in that podcast specifically that NASCAR had come to him and laid out their concerns with his series and were anti him running this series because he was stealing fans, money, drivers away from their series to compete in his SRX series. And he said he had so many arguments and disputes and struggled with the NASCAR's upper management to the point where it was frustrating for him that he had to deal with all that. So you're onto something. I mean, you're right. The NASCAR was in his ear, giving him complete grief over this SRX series and treating him like a competitive rival when he
disgusting.
Clearly was not trying to do anything opposed to NASCAR. He was bringing in IndyCar guys. He was bringing in sprint car guys, dirt late model guys, asphalt late model guys, modified drivers. Like, he's bringing in people from all different backgrounds, building up all these different series. Like, you can watch an SRX race and learn who Ernie Francis Jr. is, or Marco Andretti, or
Simon Pagenaud.
Simon Pagenaud. Yeah, like all these drivers he brought in, and they're like, where do they race? Let's go watch what they run in, you know?
And then inadvertently helped NASCAR, the entity that was going after him, grow.
Exactly.
He helped them grow.
And they even used his stuff to promote their own series.
Oh my God. The buffoonery.
And if that doesn't explain it even further, let's go to step 2 of this whole problem, Tom. Calling Richard Childress a dumb redneck, and he owes his entire life and family fortune to NASCAR for making him rich and giving him this wonderful life that he has. Like as if NASCAR's this magical freaking being that's hanging over his head that's just gifted him this glorious life, you know? Like,
let's not forget what RCR brought to NASCAR. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget
probably all time.
Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the drama that surrounded it. Let's not forget the darkest times in NASCAR. You know, the RCR name has been there for it all. And you want to type some dumb crap like that. I mean, that is just, again, like how you opened up this entire thing, the audacity of people that haven't even been in the sport for the good times. They don't even know what the good times are. And they're trying to convince you that today's times are the good times.
Yeah. If I'm RCR, I'm suing NASCAR for defamation. Imagine being a corporate CEO at one of these sponsors that are sponsoring his team, and you don't know the backstory of NASCAR and all this. You just know Richard in passing. You've had conversations, negotiations with him. And then you see on New York Times or the Washington Post or wherever this got posted at, the image that's cast on Richard Childress with no rebuttal. And are you gonna want to work with this guy? Like, you're like, oh, he's just a dumb redneck. I read it in the Washington Post. Because some people are that stupid where they read something like that and they believe it. You know, like, I would sue NASCAR for defamation. Like, that's terrible. How you would refer to somebody that way. Like, obviously it wasn't publicly, but now it is public. So yeah, sometimes you fuck around and you find out. And I think NASCAR fucked around too much here, and they're gonna have to find out. I mean, this is just everything that happens out of this whole thing. It really feels like NASCAR's like at that tipping point. Fans are fucking fed up, dude. Like, everything. The funny thing is all these fans that were on the side of NASCAR, fighting for NASCAR, saying it's great. And me and Tom had these takes years ago when we basically started this podcast. This is the stance we stood on forever. And we were just absolutely ridiculed and called idiots for it, and clowns, and why do you even watch, and this and that. And now these fans are coming around and seeing it from our perspective, Tom. So I can't even be surprised anymore at any of this shit because we've seen this for years.
Yeah.
It's not like
the only thing that like surprises me is everything that we were talking about is like, it's actually true. It's provable. It's the text messages, it's the actions, it's the driving of extremely important people out of the sport. It's all I gotta say is, if there's not a public call out for Steve Phelps to resign, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Yeah.
What are we, seriously, what are we doing?
They need to clean
Who's that
house.
other guy that's
Steve
jerking
O'Donnell?
him off too? Yeah. There needs to be a public outcry for resignation for both of those guys. It's ridiculous. There's no space for people like that who don't want to grow a sport. Because let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest here and look at how NASCAR is operating versus other sports in the US. They're totally sucking it up. And there's no way around it. I mean, IMSA is putting on a hell of a better race than NASCAR is.
They have the right people
IndyCar.
running it, though. That's the thing. It's still a NASCAR entity, but they have the right people running IMSA, which is freaking perfect.
Yeah, well, Steve Phelps has nothing to do with IMSA.
Exactly.
You know, IndyCar, it has been incredible. The Mazda, whoever's running the Miata series, is it SCCA?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but
yeah.
my God, they're absolutely killing it. And then you got F1 over here having a freaking generational season right now, and they've been having generational seasons since 2021. I mean, how can you, as a CEO of or COO or CFO or whatever of NASCAR, look at it right now, look at the health of the sport, and say we're going in the right direction with confidence? With confidence, how can you say that?
You can't. You honestly can't.
No.
Like it feels like it's like praying for the downfall. Like it's not like we're praying for the downfall of NASCAR. Like NASCAR is vital in motorsports. Like it has a role to play, but the way it's being run is just completely garbage, man. Like it.
Well,
there's so much.
I'll tell you one thing. From what I've heard from people I used to work around, and from what I've researched online, and what I'm seeing now in this court case, what a hell of a bombshell, by the way, is NASCAR's heading into a kart IRL split. And it's going to get ugly. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get ugly. And it's going to last for a long time, because I am pretty confident. I don't know how NASCAR recovers from this.
No.
I don't know how.
Reputation-wise, I think it's going to take decades.
Yeah, Mark Martin said it best. And this is from Mark Martin's perspective, I've been in this sport for so long. I've seen so many good things. I've seen things change for the better, and I've also seen things change for the worse. I've helped in decisions. I've been a part of this whole thing. I do not know how NASCAR comes out of this. And if someone like Mark Martin is saying that, oh my God. It's cooked.
It is cooked.
It's cooked.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is because I was gonna talk about this a couple weeks ago, but I kind of want to wait for you to get on the podcast. But I felt like with this whole lawsuit with 2311 and NASCAR, it feels like it's gonna go two ways. Really, NASCAR's gonna win. We're never gonna see any change. 2311 front row are gone. Some other suckers will buy up those charters, and it'll continue as status quo as where we're at now. Or number two, 2311 and front row win. Charters become permanent. The sport gets closed off to new investors permanently, and things still don't change for the better. It feels like there's no win here, Tom.
I think the only win that can come out of this at this point in time, with everything that's been announced, is you have a kart IRL split.
That's the only thing I could see. I feel like that's more the future than any other future. Like, what if tomorrow? Like, what if 2311 loses this case? Front row loses this case. Front row 2311 and RCR just decide, screw it. We're gonna just go start our own racing league, and we're just gonna build our own race cars.
Potentially, but I don't see Denny Hamlin doing that. I see Denny Hamlin's too hard-headed.
Yeah, he'll probably.
He's not.
Yeah,
he's gonna try to prove a point that he was right this entire time. I don't think he's ever gonna drop the case until he wins.
Yeah. Yeah, it might draw him into financial ruin.
It might.
It might. Yeah.
It might.
Yeah. This whole thing is just. And then they're going to be broadcasting it on the Weather Channel. I thought they were going to get like a Nickelodeon special or something with this case. The Weather Channel, dude, is going to be broadcasting this. That's crazy. Oh, man. I'm going to have to tune into that. I don't know what day it is, but I might have to take a day off work and sit down and watch me some Law and Order. Oh, man. Is there anything else you want to add to this? Or
no?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like we've talked about this so much last 3 years. It's just like, at this point, anything that comes out doesn't surprise me. And then we'll just sit back and wait for the case. Wait for the trial.
Yep.
See what happens.
Yep.
Alrighty. I think it's time we preview this weekend's races. We got a sprint race and a Grand Prix at Qatar. I guess we'll make our picks. With the championship fight getting closer and closer, McLaren's desperation rising. Max Verstappen has the mojo, the confidence, the team behind him now. It feels like their car is fast enough where driver talent is going to matter. I think Verstappen sweeps the weekend, dog. I think this is a Verstappen weekend. I think he, like I said, I think he could gain like half those points back this weekend alone, maybe even more. Like I think he can get down to like 10, 8, 9, 10 points, bro. We haven't. When McLaren's got the car, we talked about this. This is a track that's going to benefit McLaren in every single way. But McLaren does not have a good track record at Qatar. Like I've looked at some of the stats, like they're not really that great at Qatar. Granted, it wasn't with this car and how fast it is now. I think there's so much stuff going on in McLaren right now that there could be internal battles. And you said it again, Estella. Nobody even knew who this guy was until this week, and now everybody's calling for his head on a pike. They're calling for his head on a pike, Tom. These guys didn't even know who this guy was the Friday before the Vegas race, and now everybody knows who he is. They've doxed him. They know where he lives. Like they want his head on a pike over this whole disqualification. Like what? Like if I'm McLaren right now, I'm in hiding. Like these fans are furious with you, and like, are you gonna push the boundaries this week? No, I have a feeling they're gonna go and take out a car that's to the spec, exactly what the fans want, and it's not gonna be good enough. It's not gonna be good enough to beat Max on pure driving talent, like you said. Yeah. And Max wins this race. Max gains the points that he needs, and we're setting up for a fantastic Abu Dhabi. That being said, my dark horse, I've said it earlier. Mercedes has really turned up in the end of the season as well. Not winning speed, but they're right there, man. With McLaren, it feels like, and even with a Red Bull. And I feel like I say it all the time with George Russell. He's the best B driver in Formula One. He proved it again this weekend. He had a P2, P3 car. That's where he finished. And no worse, no better. That's just who he is. If he qualifies there again, that's where he's gonna finish. But there's a guy in his team that is definitely not a B driver. Probably the A driver at this team right now. If I was to rank them, they might not see it in the eyes of team standing. But Kimi Antonelli, this man is going to win a race next year, multiple races next year. I have a feeling. He just gets better and better every week. It's unbelievable the maturation of this guy's driving career. I think he's on a podium again this weekend.
Yeah, Jay, I'm gonna have to agree with everything you just said. I've been taking Max Verstappen basically all year long. I mean, how can you deny somebody with not the best car, right? But obviously the best driving or the best talent in driving, and putting a 20 plus or 19 plus second lead on the best car in the entire series, of which was Las Vegas. I mean, just another asterisk to his incredible career, of which is worst car P1. And then with Antonelli, I've taken Antonelli since the beginning of this year. I've always believed that he is the best in that Mercedes ride. Just get some experience under his belt. I actually had some pretty high hopes that he was going to win this year, but I didn't really anticipate McLaren being that freaking good. So my bad on that part. But honestly, I agree with you, Jay. I think that we see a new level of Antonelli next year. He's got all that experience under his belt. We should be seeing some pretty great things out of him next year, and I think he's going to end this year on a high note. I think he might get a couple more podiums before the year's done.
All right, we're in agreement, man. I'm excited. I can't even wait for Saturday for the sprint race. I can't. I'm like bouncing off the walls. I'm so excited for this weekend's races, man. Like. Everybody's like, "Oh, Thanksgiving's this week," and I'm like, fuck it, it's F1 race week, bud.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares about that? We got to get some F1 in. Yeah, I'm so excited, man. This is gonna be a great weekend of racing. By the end of this weekend, Tom, we're at the home stretch, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Championship finale. What gap do you think Max Verstappen could overcome going into Abu Dhabi? How many points back does he need to be able to still have a chance to win this world title?
No, I mean, he can be 24 points back,
Well, sure,
and
mathematically, but what would you feel
realistically?
confident? Yeah.
Shit, dude, I don't know. 5? I mean, 5 would be pretty safe for me. So maybe 10? 10,
Yeah, I'm
10
thinking
would
10.
be...
If he's not less than 10, I would think it'd probably be over.
Yeah. There's still a little bit more luck that he needs to have going into Qatar.
Right.
And hopefully, because we really haven't seen any reliability issues out of Red Bull this year except Australia.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we haven't seen any...
No, really not. It's just been lack of pace, really. It's really what it's come down to.
Yeah.
I'd say 10. If he's down to 10, I think he can overcome it. Alrighty.
Yeah.
That's all I got for this podcast, Tom. That's it. All right. Thanksgiving week, everybody. You doing anything good for Thanksgiving, Tom, this year?
Nope.
You get deep fried turkey?
I tell you what, though, my wife made she made an apple pie. I assume she already made it, but made an apple pie out of apple juice.
Nice. You have to tell me.
I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Tell me.
I mean, can you drink pie?
It's probably gonna be the best pie you ever had, dog.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out, right?
Oh, that's it. Actually, I'm kind of want to try that pie now, dude. That sounds good, dude. That sounds good.
Well, then just jump on an airplane, Jay.
Just get on a plane. So you're not deep frying a turkey, dude?
No, because last year, we did all that, and then we had turkey for like months.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it's like,
yeah, dude.
I don't.
No, you gotta get the miniature turkeys, like the baby turkeys, the little hen.
Oh, the Cornish hens?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, that'd be way better. That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. Turkey's like good one day, and then it's like, just get that shit out of here. And then even then on that one day, you don't even want to eat it anyway, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel it.
As long as it got good sides, bro, you don't really need turkey, dude. Like that's just that's extra, right?
Yep. Yeah. That's right.
Alrighty. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go to my parents' house and I don't really know what they're doing, so we're gonna find out, I guess. Find that out.
Yeah, right.
Should be good. I'm excited. Little bit of probably watch some basketball on Thanksgiving Day. It's always a fun day to watch some college basketball.
Yeah.
And yeah. Jared will probably be watching some Notre Dame this weekend, so maybe I'll check out some Notre Dame football. Should be fun. And then obviously my calendar's booked on Saturday and Sunday in the early morning for those races of Qatar. But should be fun. Let us know what you guys are doing for the race weekend for Thanksgiving. You guys are tuned in for the F1 race. Hopefully you guys have a good one. If you guys want to follow us on all of our social medias, we have those all in the links in the description below. Is on the bottom of the screen for you guys to go follow us. We really appreciate when you guys do that. All great content over there. As well as a link below to our Discord, where we have the newly formed Formula One fan page with some of the most awesome, entertaining content you can find on the internet, motorsports related. We post it all here. We see you guys. We see you. You might not know we're watching, but we're watching. We're lurking. And we're exposing you on a daily basis. It's fun. But if you're not a huge F1 fan, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, it's a cardinal sin. We also have other motorsports that you might be interested on here as well, like IndyCar. We are in the off season. We're posting silly season stuff all the time. NASCAR's in the off season. We'll keep you updated with the lawsuit and all the dramas coming out of that. Also with World Endurance Championship and IMSA with the whole Penske debacle that's going on. We keep you guys posted with that. All the driver lineup changes, all the new cars coming in as we're getting close to sports car season again. We're what, less than 2 months? We're like, what, 50 days away from the Rolex, dude? We're getting real close.
Yes.
Real close. So, sports car season ramping back up. And then also, we'll have some dirt racing stuff. I know the Chili Bowl's what, like 30 something days away, 39, 40 days away. So we're getting right back in the mix, boys. We're getting back into racing season. We'll have a lot of fun off-season stuff for you guys as well. We'll have a Formula One driver grade at the end of the F1 season. Then we'll obviously have our regular scheduled podcasts that we do during the off-season with the previewing of IndyCar, Formula One, IMSA World Endurance Championship, NASCAR. We'll do all the series previews, championship picks. Then we'll have our bold predictions podcast. We'll have our 12 days of motorsports during the Christmas time. So lots of fun stuff here on this channel. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification icon to stay up to date. And like Tom said on the watch party at Vegas, if that F1 race, if the World Championship battle is close and reachable going into Abu Dhabi, we will do another watch party to round out the season for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So lots of fun stuff on this channel in the upcoming weeks and months to get you through your off-season fix. There is no off-season here at the Dega Boys channel. There's just a time where there's no racing happening. So
Yes.
365, here we are every week. Thank you guys so much again for tuning into the watch party this weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again for tuning into this. Leave in the comments below who you think wins the world title fight. Make sure to vote on the polls for the driver and bonehead of the week. And hopefully you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Don't get in too much trouble. Don't gain too much weight. And don't eat too much turkey. It's foul. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Never sue